Yeah, I remember myself Abbas Abami Mashud. First and foremost, I would like to shed light to the information that is going around these days. Information about banks banning bank involvement in cryptocurrency, or why CBN is trying to ban banks involvement in cryptocurrency. Many people are getting this wrong, and many people, they are trying to circulate fake news. They're trying to circulate fake news because when we're talking about CBN trying to ban bank involvement, it's not a new news. The news is outdated already. They have sent out the article some months ago that they don't want bank to involve in cryptocurrency transaction. And since that time, we have been trying to use P2P, and while using P2P, we don't normally put our names there. I mean, we don't normally put cryptocurrency. So, but even though if news like that come up again, it's not new. It's not something that we now make it to be affecting our business, or we now capitalize on that. Then I will now give you the secrets. So people who were saying that the spectator on P2P now, I don't believe that, because I use P2P more than 10 times in a day. I mean P2P in Binance, I use it more than 10 times in a day. So I don't see something of such. But if you don't want to be peer with, let's say, CBN, spectator, or agents on P2P, this is how you go about it. That's where we're going to start today. So I want to show you how you can go about it on P2P without falling into any wrong hands or any scammer, even aside the information of CBN or no CBN. How you can make use of your your P2P effectively on Binance without falling into any wrong hands at all. So if you want to do that, okay, let me quickly share my screen. Okay. Yeah, I want to log in on this Binance now. Oh, okay, I think I've logged in before. You can see I'm now in P2P. So the moment you come to your Binance, for the new people here that just want to know how you can buy or how you can move your money from your bank to Binance, how you can get USDT to your Binance. The moment you have your Binance like this and in a professional edition way, not in the basic flights, but when you have it in this manner, then you click on P2P trading. But make sure you have verified your Binance with any of your ID card. So then you click on P2P trading. When you click on P2P trading, normally what you know before is to look for who is going to sell to you or who has the amounts you need here. That's when you scroll. You don't need to scroll anything here. You just click on where the right P2P above. Wait, let me circle. You can see above here where the right P2P above here. This place, yes. You just click on that place. By the time you click on that place, you see P2P, Express, block trade. So this time around, you're going to choose Express. You're going to choose Express. By the time you choose Express and you get here, you are just to type the Naira you want to use to buy your dollar. Or if your target is to buy $100 and you don't know the actual price, you can just say, okay, let me first type 60,000 Naira. If I type 60,000 Naira and I click on buy with zero fee, Oh, sorry, it requires me to log in. I want to log in now. Mind you, I would like to stop the screen share before I log in. So after I log in, I will start to share the thing again. 1 minute, please. Let me quickly log in on my banners. Okay. Okay. Good. I just logged now. Let me start the screen share again now. Before I proceed, if you can hear me, please just say hi on chat box, please. If you can hear me clearly, loud and clear. And just say hi on chat box. Drop I on chat box. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's proceed. Good. Good. Now you can see you type 60,000 here. You click on buy with zero charge. This one shows that 60,000 naira is going to give you. Let me show you. 60,000 naira is going to give you. You can see here 110.90 USDT. 110 USDT. So meaning that if you don't need up to $110, you can reduce your amount here. You can say, let's say 58,000 naira. 58,000 is going to give you 107. Let's say 55,000 naira. 101, something like this, still okay. So once you type everything here and you click on buy with zero charge, next thing is that you are going to click on confirm purchase. Remember, you confirm the purchase, Binance itself is going to pair you automatically with a professional trader. The moment I click on go to home page, you are going to see that the kind of trader they are going to pair with you is somebody that have been using Binance for a very long time. Somebody that already has a kind of good transaction record or good trading records. Is the type of person you are going to meet when you are using Express. Binance will never pair somebody that just started transaction with you. The person that would type crypto in your transaction or in narration while trying to transfer money to you or thereabouts. Binance is not going to share people like that with you if you use Express. But many people, why people are used to run for Express because of that little difference in price. But to me, it's better you play safe by using Express instead of you looking for general place under this place. Let me go back there. Oh, sorry. It's better you use Express like this. Better you use Express. Yeah, it's better you use Express rather than using ordinary P2P here. In ordinary P2P here, a lot of scammers are here. Some people, sometimes when you see price, when they are selling at 5, you can see 540 where you can buy at 540. You can see some people there, they say they want to sell at 480, 490. So they are scammer. I don't know how they manage to penetrate to this place. But to avoid all that, then just come to Express directly, do your transaction Express, and make your transaction more faster and easier. So that is that about that. Now, so that CBN is trying to do this, is trying to do that. This is how you can avoid anybody that will implicate you while doing transaction on Binance or on crypto. Secondly, I would like to show you people, if you are a new prospect here, you are just joining our technical training for the first time, it won't all go well for people that have been joining every week or for the past 1, 2, 3 months to be repeating the same thing over and over and over again. That is why I made it more expansion. I expansion more about all the buttons or back office of RoyalQ, all the functions of the sorry for the break in the transmission, the network. So sorry, let's proceed now. Oh, Mr. James, please, if you're online, you can make me host again. The network just kicked me out now. Okay, thank you. I'm now host. Thank you, sir. Good. Let me make someone co-host in case of any unforeseen. This I'm kick out again. I want to make someone co-host. T-Money, I want to make you co-host. T-Money, I want to make you co-host. So in case network kick me out, please kindly make me host in the moment I join back, please. Yeah, this time around. So that is why on the 17th of October, the Zoom technical training we had on the 17th of October, it was recorded. And in that technical training, we have a comprehensive way of explaining the RoyalQ back office in that recording. So for you to lay your hands on it or to get it, I will show you how you can get that on our on our Telegram group. Yeah. On our Telegram group, brother. I will share you the link of this group if you have not gotten it before. The moment you get to this group, this is how you will check for last technical training recording. I mean, on the 17th of October technical training recording, where we explain all functions of a RoyalQ button back office. So the moment you get there, you just click on this same message. And see click here. You have left truly and so am I. I want to mute everybody. Good. Kindly click on pin message. By the time you click here, it will be showing you the messages we have pinned in this group or the messages we want people to quickly have access to. You can see when I click here, it pop up this group link. Then let's say, okay, let me quickly pick the group link, copy. Then I paste it here for anybody that okay. I'll drop it for everyone. Now, we want to see the technical training of October 17. You click on the pin message again to see pin message 2. Bam, you can see it takes you to where we have 17/10/2021 technical training recording. Topic, comprehensive back office training. So you can just share this with your new prospects or new registered member, rather, not new prospect this time around, but new activated member. You can share it with such person. The person will be able to know all the functions of RoyalQ back office. So with this link. So then if you want to see our recorded trade settings video, you can just click on the pin message again. You can see it will take you to the first video. You can see updated version where we have recorded video from $100 settings up to $800 settings. So that is that about that. I think by the time you are able to achieve this, then there won't be any more question about how does RoyalQ back office works. Tonight, we want to go back to how you can set up your trade. How you can set up your trade. Yes, somebody asked question. Yes, the Telegram platform is for registered members only. It's for registered members only. It's for registered members only. It's for registered members only. Yeah, good. Now, how you can set up your trade? But before you set up your trade, have this at the back of your mind. I repeat, if you are a new registered member here, or you are old registered member, or you are a team leader here, please, I beg of you, try and have a kind of long-term perspective of aspects of this Royal Q. Let us think long-term. Don't let us think short-term. How do I mean? If you think long-term about these Royal Q robots, after 1 year, 2 years, you will still be in market, you still be in business, and the system you are building now will still, you'll be able to sustain it. But if you don't have that long-term thinking, then in short period of time or in no time, you may build that team now, but at the end of 1 or 2 years, you will not see many people in your team again that will be functioning. Why? Because the kind of settings you have introduced your team members to, or the kind of setting you have involved, is not the kind of setting that is in line with what Royal Q Robots is built upon. I want you to understand fundamental of Royal Q Robots once again. Royal Q Robot is not money doubling robot. Royal Q Robot is never a get rich quick robot. Royal Q Robot is such a slow and steady robot, artificial intelligence robot. There's an avenue for somebody to leverage on technology. It is for somebody that knew nothing about cryptocurrency trading. You don't have the knowledge, you don't have the time, and you just want to be part of crypto and you want to be making some profit from crypto, then Royal Q Robot is for you. If you are a trader, you may be trading manually. Hear this. If you are a crypto trader, it is possible for you. It is very possible for you to be trading manually and be making more profits than using Royal Q Robots. It is very, very possible. It is very possible for you to be trading manually and be making more profit than what you make from the robots. Because you need to understand that when you are trading manually, you lose sometimes, you make profit sometimes. Especially those that do trade on Binance futures. Sometimes you make 1,000%, but before the end of that month, you may lose all the 1,000% back to trade. So that is manual trade for you. But Royal Q Robot, it may not give you that big profits in a month, but it will be consistent. The profit will be consistent. The profit will be consistent. So that is why you need to understand your presentations. Let me block everybody for now, so that nobody will disturb our recording. You are good. Yeah, in your presentation subsequently, make sure you are telling people that Royal Q Robot can be doing from 5% and above for them. From 5% and above. Only when you are telling or you are giving people hope in this way, you won't be forced to be looking for what you not lost. That's only when you will not be looking for a kind of strategy that will just give you a kind of double of your money in 1 month, or that will be giving you 50%, 30%, 60% in 1 month. But by the time you tell people this, you'll be able to follow the concept of Royal Q Robots. Now, how does the concept of Royal Q Robots works? Let me share my screen to show you, for the new people, how you can start to set your trade. Then along the line, we are going to talk about the concepts behind Royal Q Robots. You can see your Royal Q application, click on it. Good. Royal Q application, home page. For the sake of new people that are just joined tonight, technical training, you click on quantitative below. You have two quantitative here. The one is quantitative cost, the one is quantitative trading. This one is not the one I'm talking about. We explained that one in our In the Zoom I reference to, I ask people to go and check. So now quantitative, you can see here, quantitative. By the time you click on the quantitative, it will bring you here. Now you have to search which coin to trade. You have to search which coin to trade. Now let's make it more practical now. For you to search which coin to trade, number one, let me give you this. This will now give us a kind of a opportunity to explain what crypto bubble simply means again. There's one tool I gave you people last time. I gave you people last time an application called Crypto Bubble. Crypto Bubbles. Let me quickly type this on the chat box for anybody that wants to download it. Crypto Bubbles. Crypto Bubbles. Good. Crypto Bubbles. That's the spelling. An app is an application. This application can be telling you or can let you know if a particular coin has been overbought. The moment you download this application, make sure you come to this place. They are under the top right here. This place at the top right, this setting icon at the top right. You click on it. By the time you click on this settings icon, you under this place, they're going to show you under filter. Under filter, what you're going to see under filter here is top 100. You have to change it to on Binance. Change it to on Binance. Good. That's what we want to do here. Then you leave this place. Under this place, you can see once you click on this week here. Once you click on week here, when you click on week here, it will pop up like this. Then under this bubble size, it normally be on less than 24 hours or market cap. You change it to performance. Under this bubble size, you change it to performance. I'm showing you where you'll be able to know the type of coin to trade per time, because one thing is to set up a trade. It's another thing to know a particular coin to trade per time. Like some days ago now, some people, they traded Shiba wrongly. They were carried away of the bull run when Shiba was going up. They now traded Shiba when it has been overbought, when it is high. But I being you have this kind of application and you know how to go about it, you know that no, I don't need to go to this to go for this Shiba again at this point in time. So let's assume you have changed this to performance now. Good. We'll leave this page. We'll leave this page. So it will look like this. From the word crypto bubbles, you can see these bubbles. It's showing you, don't forget that we have changed it to crypto on Binance. But mind you, not all the cryptocurrency on Binance, it is available on RoyalQ application or it is tradable. So that is why you can see that KP3R is on Binance and it's bullish, but it is not on RoyalQ. I get in it. So, but you can see if you look very well, that's why you need to get familiar with some icon of those coins. Or sometimes like this one, now let me show you that one. Let me show you this coin. They did not write its name here. They did not write that coin name under this place. You can see one particular coin in white here. It did not write the name, it's just the only icon. But if it's only somebody that have used with that coin will know the particular coin that is here. So you can study all the icon of those coins on your RoyalQ application and get yourself familiar with those logo or icon of those of those coins on the application so that you can know how to go about the analysis. Good. Now I want to click on that one I talked about, that one with this one, Uniswap. Oh, sorry. Uniswap. Uniswap. You can see the logo of Uniswap. Uniswap. Then you can see the logo. So anytime you see the head of like maybe head of RAM like this, you know that that's this Uniswap. Uniswap coin. Now we want to look at this Uniswap now. The coin is on RareQ application. I want to check if it is tradable for me. The current price now is 224.28 is the current price of Uniswap. But it is on a year chart. You can see here. Let me circle it. You can see year. It is on year charts. Meaning that I want to know movement of Uniswap in the last 1 year up to today. In the last 1 year up to today, I want to know the movements. Meaning that in the last 1 year, it has done highest of 42.40, and it has low as 0. It started from 3.34. You can see the way it's skyrocketed. It is skyrocketed. Now, by the time it got to the peak here, it has been coming down up to now. So it's currently now is now 24. So if you check this place now, you check these charts, this graph, you can see here the last graph here shows that 24.30. So 24.28 currently now, but because it's a kind of a volatile market, this one just stagnates. The current price I pointed here stagnates there, but this chart is going to show you the current price of that particular coin. So meaning that this coin now, if we are to consider this yearly chart, so it is still under the equilibrium. Still under the equilibrium, it is down, and there's tendency of it still going back up at this level of $24. But let's check. We cannot conclude with just 1 year chart. Let's go back to monthly charts and see what has happened in the last 1 month to this Uniswap. Where's the candle? Okay. Yeah. Let's see what happened the last 1 month. In the last 1 month, you can see the highest it has done for the last 1 month is 28.16. Last 1 month. So this current month, last 1 month, 28.16. Well, currently now it is coming down. But this, anytime you want to choose any coin to pick, look for the coin that is already bullish, and it's already down. It has gone up and come down. The coin that has gone up and come down is the best coin to go for. Now, if I'm to choose to compare this kind of a chart now, you can see the movement how it has been moving. Sorry. You can see the movements. By the time you get to pick now this particular coin, you can see it is down. It is down already at this point. You can see the graph. It is down again. You can see the way it is down. Sometimes around this place, it was down also. Now, as at today, now also it is what? It is down also compared to what it has done on the last 1 year, 1 month rather. So if we are to consider both 1 year and a month chart now, I will prefer to go for uni, to trade uni, because I know that it is down. And I won't go for coin that is that's totally or finally down, because I want to use robots and I want my robot to buy dip for me. So if it is finally down, then the robot will not buy any dip for me. So I think uni is tradable compared to a month chart. Then don't let us conclude yet. Let's check a week chart. Let's check a week chart. As you can see, from this a week chart also, meaning that Uniswap, this week chart shows that Uniswap has done 28.238 in this same week. But currently now it is what? It is down. It is down. Then it is a good coin to enter. You always go for the coin that is down to enter. Don't go for the coin because you hear that Shiba is going up, a particular coin is going up. It is already up. It is it's already peak. Now, let me give you an example now. Yesterday, when I was analyzing these crypto bubbles to someone, this same coin you are looking at here, this particular coin that is doing 334%, as at yesterday, it was 444. And I was telling some people around me that this kind of coin is not the best coin to trade at this point in time, because from even the bubble shows that it is already overbought. It is up already. And as a professional trader, you always go for coin that is at the bottom, that is down. You don't go for coin that is what? At its peak. So like KP3R, you can never see any professional trader that will pick it at this point, unless when it's come back down, that's when they're going to trade it. But you, because you are amateur, you say, wow, it is bullishing, then you rush in, then it will now dump on you. So be careful. You can see the Shiba, everybody is rushing to trade. You can see Shiba here. Let me show you Shiba here. You can see Shiba here. You can see Shiba. Let me show you. Let's use pen. You can see Shiba. I mean, where is it? Okay, this is it. This is Shiba. Let's click on Shiba. Let's click on Shiba. Okay. Now, with this chart of Shiba of 1 week charts, you can see it's down here, up. It's in equilibrium now. It's not totally down yet itself. Then here, it still shows that it's in up. It's still going down. It's still up. Even the price you are seeing now is still up. It's still going down. So, but meaning that even though if it's pop up now, you can see the highest the Shiba has done. Let me quickly show you. Highest Shiba has done this month. This month, you can see. So monthly chart shows that it's just coming back from its height, from the highest. It's coming back like this. But mind you, you need to understand this fundamental, that no matter how all we are doing now is more or less like technical analysis. Yes, it's not nothing to call it technical analysis. It's technical analysis. But don't forget that one fundamental can change whatever analysis. Then secondly, don't forget that Bitcoin itself can change direction of any coin any day, anytime. Are you getting it? But with current market now and situation of the graph and everything, this is the current listen. And you can see Shiba. Shiba has made many people be trillionaires. In less than in 1 year now, in 1 year to this time, so far, Shiba has done 87,606,397% increase in 1 year to this time. 1 year ago, as in 1 year interval now, till today, Shiba has done 87 million plus, close to 88 million %. So in this month alone, it has done 97.3%, as you can see. This week, 8.4%, but you can see the red there. Just simply shows that it drops 8.4% this week. So now, with this little analysis, and if you watch the recording of this thing over and over, you'll be able to get it right and to tell you what the kind of coin you can trade. So I think the two examples is okay for now because of our time. Let's move back now. Now, I think from our analysis, we can choose from our analysis, we can choose Uni. Okay, before I move forward, somebody asked question about the different color. Though it's not yet time for question, but when we're talking about this color, green simply means a particular coin is going up. It is high. Red simply means that a particular coin is coming down. The price is coming low. The bigger the gray of a particular coin shows the higher the price of that coin or the volume in which the coin is being bought by people. While the bigger the red of a particular coin shows the bearish or the lower the price of that particular coin, and the rate, the higher the dump, people dump that particular coin. So as you can see, we have red here, we have green here. You can see OMG now, it is red, but not as big like that, meaning that it is a negative. The price is low, but they have not totally dumped it. They have not totally dumped it like that. But if they have dumped it drastically, you see that the bread will be bigger, like no other thing. So that is that about that. So if I were you, somebody like me, though AVAX is a very good volatile coin, but at the same time, if you don't have big capital, you don't go for it. This for now, with what I'm saying here. Good, that's about that. Let's quickly go back to our Royal Q application. Now we have choose Uniswap. You can see here under your dashboard. Let me go back to the home page. This is your home page of Royal Q. This is how it looks like. Then you click on quantitative below, don't forget. Then you see two things here. We have a general, we have professional. They categorize some coins to be under general, while some coins under professional. Before you can have access to this professional coin, you need to, first of all, come and own your professional edition. By the time you own your professional edition, then you are good to go. Now, let's assume you have on your professional edition. General, under general, you want to search for Uni. Under general, we search for Uni. Okay, good. Uni as a coin, as you can see, it is under general coin. There are some coins that you may search for. If you do not see it under general, it means that that particular coin will be under professional. So take note of that. So any coin you are trading under general will show under general. Any coin you are trading under professional will show under professional. But by the time you click on home, it will now bring everything together. Now, Uni, we have searched Uni. Wow, we have seen it. We want to click on it. We just, sorry. Okay. You just click on, just click anywhere here. Just click anywhere here. You can see that my analysis is accurate. From this coin, check the, even Royal Q also, they have integrated 24-hour movement of a particular coin. They have integrated it into the application. You can check what they wrote here. You can see that, you can see minus 1.58%. It shows that that coin is bearish and it's coming down. So now Uni, you have clicked on it. The moment you click on any coin like this, it will show you page like this. Now, how do you go about this page? First and foremost, you need to click on trade settings below here. Let me show you. Sorry. Good. You click on trade setting below and see where the right trade setting. Good. Click on it. Now, don't forget what I said earlier, that there's a way you are expected to set this Royal Q robots. If you don't set it in this manner, forget about any strategy you are using. If I can see that some strategy under the circle are using the same formula now. If you don't follow the formula very well, you don't. I will tell you that you should stop telling people in your presentation that Royal Key Robot does not record loss if you are not following how it will not record loss for such person. You are telling somebody that Royal Key Robot does not record any loss, and somebody enter a trade with Royal Key Robots, 1 month, 2 months, no show, to the point that the person have to force the trade to close so that the person will be ready to forfeit the loss. Then you are not telling me that Royal Key Robot does not record loss. Yes, it's because of the wrong setting you have given to the person. It is true that Royal Key Robot does not record loss, provided that you follow the terms and conditions. Let me put it that way, or you follow how they want you to give the robots the best settings. So now, first buying amount. Don't forget that we are no more using $10 as first buying amount. You use either $12 or you use $15. But in my own setting, it's used to be $12 because of small capital investors. Now, let's say, I'll first of all talk generally on how you need to set these robots before we now talk about the price, different amount and all that. Now, $12, for instance. Then margin call limit, first buying amount simply means the amount you want the robot to start with. The amount you want the robot to start with. Now, anytime you want to tell robot to start with any amount, if you want the robot to work the way it's been designed for you, if you want it to do the work of robot for you, if you want it to work effectively, if you want to see the efficacy of the robot, you don't use big amounts. I mean, you don't use too much money from your capital in the beginning to start your trade. Let's say, for instance, you want to trade with $100 or $1,000. I want to use these two amounts as a case study now. You want to trade with $100 or let's say $500. Yes, $500, $100, $500, $1,000. This is what we are going to do. Your capital is $100. Yes, use $12 from $100. Your capital is $500. Use $12 or $15 for a start. Your capital is $1,000. Then you can share the money into two to trade. Okay, let me start from there. How many coins for each amount to trade? Let me start from there so that you can have better understanding. I do tell people, if you really want to enjoy the efficacy of these robots, $100 to $500, go for just one coin. You may say, why? Somebody with $100 capital want to trade one coin. Then I that I now have $500, why can't I go for like 5 coins with $100 settings? No is the answer. Don't forget that anybody trading with $100 to $200 is just trying to manage. Just trying to manage because the capital is small. And everybody knows that, he who owns money owns the business. So the money is small, but we just want to try to manage it. So meaning that no matter how settings you give to the person trading with $100, the person should not be expecting profit every day. Or if you want to be making profit every day, you make the profit every day, yes. But it will get to a point that robots will get your money exhausted, then you have to wait for the next 3 months before you continue to make profit again. Either way. Because there's a way you can give your robot settings of $100 and it will give you profit every day. Yes, wow, yeah, wow, yes. Within 1 month, you may make 30%, even 40%, even 50%, even 100%. But by the time the market is down, there won't be enough money for robots to buy again. Then the margin in which the market has come down will be far from the amount the percentage you have set for your $100. So that is why If you want to trade with $100, may not that last in market, like that person that is trading one coin with $200. You can't compare somebody trading with $200 with somebody trading one coin with $300. Somebody trading $300 with one coin with somebody $400 with up to $500. Or somebody that trade one coin with $500, both of you will use $12 as first buying amount. First buying amount, $12. Yes. But by the time market comes down, when there's dip, let's say market, you have set your percentage of dip for your particular coin as let's say 20% or 30% margin call drop total. 2, 4, and all that. Total is margin call drop is your margin call drop as $100 trader is 30%, for instance. Then let's say market now comes down. When everything goes up, when it's coming down, market now comes down, let's say 50%. You are out of trade, right? But the person that is still trading with $500, that person will have set like a 70-something% margin call drop for himself, or 80-something%. So meaning that the person will still be making profit on the same particular coin that you have already get stock. But that person will still be making profits under that low price, under the dip. Why? Because the person have excess money reserved for the lower price of that particular coin. So that is why, that's the reason behind it. Initially, you may be making the same profit with somebody trading with $100. You that is trading with $500. You are making 1 cent, 2 cents, like that. What rubbish is this? That's why we said earlier that if you want to get it right, Royal Q Robot is all about consistency. It's not all about making big profits and get stock in market. But if you can have like a $500 on one coin, just make sure you analyze the coin you want to trade very well. You choose that particular coin, then you key into it. You go. Be patient enough, because one of the fundamentals of crypto trading is patience. Let me tell you this, or let me share you this testimony. Somebody has been complaining about his trading, that I'm trading one coin with $500. The profit is not much because robot is not taking out the $500 as expected. It's maybe $24, $12, $50. That's what robot is taking to trade. Your return on those amounts will be low. But get into first week, second week, the same thing. Third week, that was when market started coming down. This just recent dip from 68,000 to 63,000. Is that not deep? Even 62,000. Yes, from 68, dropped down back to 62,000. Some people were crying, but that was exactly when that robot was able to use more of that person's money from the $500. In fact, the robot almost used $300 to $400 from the $500. Then markets pump back up to 64,000. The person is in profits. Come back to 63. The person is slaving currently now. But those that have been trading with $100, some of them have already get stock by now. So that's the difference. When we tell you that you should trade one coin with $500, we know what we're talking about. You'll be able to reserve more money for dip. These robots, you can configure it to be trading like a professional for you. Professional trader doesn't enter market with all his money at any point in time. The professional trader used to wait until when market is down. So if you have set your robot in such manner, the robots will not be, instead of the robot to just fold and not to trade at all, you'll be using little money to be trading while market is bullish. When everybody is shouting, hey, 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 it's just little money robot will be taking and little profit you'll be getting. But the moment the market comes down, while you are sleeping or you are not, if you are busy, that is when robots will now be buying that dips for you. That's why we call it robots. What you're supposed to be doing manually, robots will be doing it on autopilot for you. It will buy this for you, but it does it in more professional way that it knows how it can maneuver, how it can be buying the dip and selling the dip, what you cannot do manually. So we need to understand the concept. So meaning that any settings you are giving to your robot, it should be in that manner. It should be in that form. That you use little money at the beginning. When there's little dip, it will use another slightly bigger money. bigger money, bigger money, bigger money, like that in martingale structure. That's what we call martingale. So now let's use let's say we want to set trade for three things we need to do now. We want to do money management. At the same time, we want to set our trade in martingale structure. Let me draw something for you people to understand. This is the structure how you need to spend your money to trade. This is the best way to spend your money to trade. You can see $12 here. Let's say $24 here, $50 here, $80 here, like that, in this form. You make sure that what you are buying under the dip is you are using more money under the dip than the one you have previously bought or used. So that is there about that. Okay, then now let's say you want to set it for $100 now. This 1 minute, please. One minute, please. Yes, I will. Yeah, let's proceed, please. That's it. Okay, yeah. So our unit, we have clicked on trade settings. We want to give our settings $12, $100. We are setting a trade for $100 now. 6, 1, yeah. So this one will be 6. This place will be 1%, 0.1%. But I will also explain the meaning of all this button. I'll explain the meaning of the button, but on how we follow along, please. Good. First buying amount, I'll be explaining the meaning of those buttons at the same time. The search behind the settings. First buying amount is amount from our $100. I want this robot to start trade with $12. Then open position double. I don't want this robot to open the position of the trade double. I don't want to open the position of the trade double. I don't want to open the position of the trade double. Sorry. So because the moment I open the position doubled, it means that it will be taking my money 2 times. You're taking it in double. Where it's supposed to take $12, it will take $24. So meaning that robot will be taking more than what I have in my Binance. The margin call limits, we put 6. Why we put 6? It simply means we want to use we want robot to use our remaining money in 6 times. Let me use that way. We want robot to use my remaining money. When you deduct 12 naira from $100, that's I think I have like $88 left. So how do I want this robot to use my remaining $88? Is I want it to use it in 12 times. I want it to take it in 12 times. The whole position take profit ratio, that is margin call limit. So then whole position take profit ratio. But before you can come up with this figure of margin call limit, you will have done your primary work, your paperwork. You'll have done the calculation. You'll have, analyzed everything that, okay, if I ask you to take this, take this, take this, hope it will not more than 100 so that the board will not be telling you that insufficient fund if you put more than the figure you're supposed to put here. So now under position whole position take profit ratio. Whole position take profit ratio simply mean that when your trade at any point in time start to give profits, how many percent profits you want this robot to recognize so that when the market want to go, when the market is not going to your favor again, the robot will be able to secure your profit before the price go down. Crypto market is volatile market, goes up, come down, goes up, come down. So your position take profit ratio is a kind of percentage that you are giving to your robot, instruction you are giving to robots that anytime you see my trade that is at this percentage of profits, then I don't want to lose all. Not that you not lose from that percentage again, but you don't want to lose all. So if we are making any profit on a particular trade now, how much do I ready to lose from that profit before robots close all the trade for me, even when the market is coming down, it's not going to in my favor? Then 0.1, you can see that is all position take profit call back. Robots call it back or call my profit back the moment I lose 0.1% from my profits, meaning that if I'm making 1% profit, what is 1% of $1,000? I think 1% is $10. Meaning that if my $1,000 is giving me $10 profit, for instance, assuming let's say what the robot is trading currently with, not all the total money I have in my Binance this time around, but let's say all the amount I give to the robot to start trade with, that is trading with currently. Don't forget that if you are trading with $1,000, not all the $1,000 robot will take at the same time. But I'm just using this for example for you to have understanding what opposition mean and callback mean. Let's say what robot is using currently to trade is $1,000. And it makes 1% profit, which is $10. Now, you are not telling the robot that this market, I know is not stable. It may go up and come down. It may give me $10 profits now. Before I close my eyes, it will lose that $10 again and tell me that I'm losing $5 or $10 again. So anytime it gives me $10 profits and you robot sees it, don't let me lose all the $10. The moment there's 0 minus 0.1% loss from that $10, which is okay, that's just 0.1 cent. The moment I lost, you discover that there's a loss of 0.1 cent from my profit of $10, then close my profit for me. Then meaning that robot is going to close that profit at $9.99. $9.99 is what robot is going to close your profit. That is a relationship between O position take profit ratio and O position take profit callback. So O position take profit ratio, you have known the meaning now. That's okay, but some people it is editable. That some people used to put 1.3 like that. But this is why I put 1% because I consider those times when market movement is not really like it's not moving, not really moving. When market is not really moving, everything is just stagnant. Maybe even in a day, sometimes you may see that the movement of coin will hardly do 1%. If a coin hardly do 1% in a day, so meaning that even though if it managed to do 1%, anytime it clock 1% and it wants to come down, it will close my profits at 0.99% profit. But if I put it in 1.3 and that coin did not do 1.3% that day, then I will not make any profit at all. Because even though if it does 1.2%, so far it is not, the profit does not hit my 1.3%, then I won't make any profit. But that I put it in 1% does not mean that my trade will be closing at 1%. But I just want to secure my profits to some bit level. So let's say, as I put it in 1% now, let's say the coin start to rise and it goes to 5% profits. The moment it reduces in 0.1%, it closes my profits at 4.99% profits. Are you getting it? So that is why I put my own at 1%, that I want to take advantage of every profits. That's just the meaning. I want to take advantage of, even though if RoyalQ allows us to put 0 point something here. Let me check if it is possible now. 0 points. Wow. Okay, I think it is possible now. That is lovely. That is lovely. In fact, tonight I just know, because it is not possible before, but I've written them and I've taken some steps. Wow, this is lovely. I think by now trade makes more easier. Starting from now, I'm going to do another video for my settings now. If you are my team member here and you are here tonight on this Zoom call, henceforth, probably tomorrow, I'm going to delete all these trade settings video. Then we are going to have another setting because of these changes in this whole position take profit ratio. Meaning that with these settings now, we can take advantage of, even I can set this to 0.10%. Wow. Then this should be 0.001. Good. Meaning that with this kind of settings now, there's no how market move that I will not make profits. There's no how market move. There's no any little slight movement in markets that I will not make profit with this. Before, this place is not editable. This place is not editable less than 1 before, but now it is editable. This is a good news. Wow. It's only in RoyalQ this can happen. I'm just seeing this for the first time now. Wow, this is lovely. You can see. So now, I mean that this place now, we now sell 5% here. This is why we sell 5% here. Okay, let me explain the bottom before I talk about that. So I've explained O position take profit ratio now, and O position take profit call back. Now I want to explain margin configuration. I'm happy tonight, honestly. I'm happy because of what I just saw now. Wow. I will have a company that has a listing air. Wow, I don't know, they have done something to do. Wow. So margin configuration. Don't forget we have set margin call limits. We have set how many times we want this robot to use our leftover money from the $100 apart from the first $12 air. Now, how many percentage of this coin we are trading uni? How many drop of percentage we want to, how many percentage we want it to drop before this robot will use more money to buy? It won't use all the money once. How do you want to divide it? That is what we want to give it here. All this when I'm explaining is not complicated. It's just because we are just training you people. I can do this in less than 5 minutes. In less than 5 minutes, I can complete all these things. So, but you know, I want you to understand. That's why I'm trying to. Now, margin configuration, you click on it, you tap on this margin configuration, you want to set it. Yeah, good. I put under first, you can see margin call drop. Margin call drop simply means this percentage of this particular coin unit that you want to be trading, that you have first used $12 as your first buying amount, that's your entry price. Which percentage, how many percentage you want it to drop before it's use another money to trade? Then I choose 5%. Do you know why? Because I know the market I'm trading. I want to prepare for deep, and I know the capital I'm trading with. I'm trading with just $100, which is not that much. So I prefer to use a higher percentage so that when the market crashes and everybody's crying, with my $100, I will still be able to sustain that market. That is why I prepare a lot for the robot so that it's able to take it from me. And at the same time, we need to understand the movement of this robot. Before this robot drops before this market unit drops in 5%, don't forget that this $12 will have been making some profit for you. When this $12 is making some profit for you, it shows that the price of unit is going up. When price of unit goes up, it sells. It comes down a bit, it buys again. It goes up, it sells. When it keeps going up like that, the robot will keep following the trend and the price. The price of unit you enter when it is, let's say, 1 naira now or $1. Before you realize it, the price has gone to like $5, $6, $7, and then the robot sells. When robot want to buy again, robot will not wait until when it comes down to $1 before it buys again. Robot will buy again immediately when it is $7. And when robot buys when it is $7, that is when robots recognize that you just entered the trade. When it's now drops, that $7 now drops in 5%, that is when it's going to buy another one. So that is why you need to set a kind of big margin percentage so that you'll be able to withstand drop in market of that particular coin. Now, margin call drop. So that's what we are explaining now. Margin call, so 5% here. So I now tell the robot that when this thing is come down, it has dropped. When unit has dropped in 5% after your after your entry. After your entry, I don't know the entry. I don't want to know the entry. Anytime robot enter again, it's what it's recognized. After your entry, at any point in time, when this unit now comes down in 5%, then I want you to use, you can see multiple buy-in ratio. I want you to use $12 that I've used to enter this trade to multiply any amount I write here and buy the equivalent in dollar. You can see times multiple buy-in ratio, meaning that if market drops in 5%, my robot is going to multiply $12 times 1.01, which gives us 12.12. That's what the robot is going to use to buy another unit for me. When market does not stop there, continue to drop another extra 5%. I told the robot, I've instructed the robot that use another, multiply $12 again by 1.02. Then and buy it for me. That's 12.24. You can see that I'm using higher amounts at the deep and I'm using money management. Then when it's dropped another 5%, buy $12 times 103 for me, meaning that that's 12.36. Like that up to number 6 here. If you calculate the total number of amount I've used so far, it's around $86.56 that I've used. Do you know why I did not base my calculation on total of $100? One, because I need to remember that Binance do charge its own charges. From the same capital I have there, anytime there's a transaction in my Binance, there's charges of trading attracts. They charge me for trading on Binance, apart from the one Royal Q charges on its own platform. So that is that about that. That's why now if you now multiply all the reservation of percentage I reserve for this my uni, meaning that I've prepared for 5 times 6, that is 30. I've prepared for 30% on this unit trade. No matter how it moves, if the drop is still within 30%, I will still be in trade. If it's still within 30%, I will still be in trade. But mind you, lest I forget, let me quickly, okay, I will explain that later when we get there. So that is the fundamental. Then, while you are trading with, let's say, $200, you are just going to increase this to like, I think 10 dip. I mean, $150. You increase this to 10 dip. When you increase this to 10 dip, then you come back here again. This one, because you now have enough fund, you can now reduce this to 4 times 10. I think that is how much? That is 40, right? 4 times 10 will be 40%. So somebody trading with $100, prepare for 30%. Somebody trading with $150, prepare for 40%. So 4 times 10, that's 40%. Then this place will now continue from here, from number 7, 1.07, 1.08, 1.09, 1.10. Confirm. So meaning that we have instructed this robot how we want it to use our $100 or $150. That is how it continues up to $500 where you choose just one coin. By the time you have more than $500, then you are advised to go for 2 coins. Let's say, for instance, you have like $600. Okay, you can go for 2 coins by choosing $300 setting for each coin. Why using $700 2 coins, $800 2 coins, $900 2 coins, $1,000 2 coins, $500 you assign for 1 coin. You may set that coin for the next one week, 2 weeks. It will not be giving you reasonable profits, yes, but don't forget that Robust is waiting. It's using little money to trade at the peak and waiting when market dips and use more money. Don't forget we are trading volatile market and the market is being manipulated now. So that's why we need to plan that manipulation to it. Then buy in, call back. Buy in, call back is the next button that we need to explain. We have understood what first buying amount simply mean. Open position, we are less concerned about that. Margin call limit, then open position, take profits ratio, and its callback. Margin configuration has been explained. Then buy in, call back. Buy in, call back, and first buying amount works together. Or buy in, call back is simply means this. I've entered this trade with $12. Robust is trading with $12. Market is not coming down for it to go and take order or to take from my money that I reserve for when market come down. This time around, it sells the $12, the market, and I want to tell you because the market is always up and down, but the down may not be much. So when the Robust sells the profit on the $12, the moment this market come back now means that I want to give it time to buy again so that it can continue the trade on that same $12 this time around. So the time to buy again now here, I used to put 0.2%, 0.2% or 0.1%, as the case may be. So once you put 0.1%, the minute that end time it sells, when it drops 0.1, buy again. It sells 0.1, buy again. Before it's now come back to all this margin configuration and all that. But anytime it's buys anyone from margin configuration you have set, margin limit, it also apply this buying callback to it. Anytime it sells the one bought, when it's come down in buying callback percentage, it buys again. It buys again, it buys again. That's why they call it cycle. It will be recycling like that, buy, sell, buy, sell. So, but before it buys again, it's wait for this percentage to reach before it buys again. So so distributed and take profit allocation is only useful for anybody that sets this margin call limit beyond 5 dip. beyond 5 deep. If you not set it up to 5 deep, if you just set 4 deep, it will not bring distributed allocation. Let's try it. You can see it. You can see distributed and take profit allocation here, right? Then supposition, take profit, callback. Well, let's now set 4 deep. Remember, you put four margin call limits here, 4. You can see there's no distributed and something allocation again. As it's not there again, but let's put 10 again. It brings it. So meaning that distributed and take profit allocation deals with 5 dips and below. How do I mean? From this magic configuration, you understand what I'm talking about. You can see first call, second call, third call, fourth call. This is what I mean by deep. Anything from number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is what distributed and take profit allocation deals with. You now click on it. Now I can see 1% here. Then you can just say, okay, but which percentage you want to set here is similar to this. Meaning that in these settings now, what we want to do now is that we want this whole position take profit and its callback to only affect my first call to fourth call. First, second, third buy, or let me say first buy, second buy, third buy, fourth buy. That's what you want these two to affect. You now want to give number 5 and below another whole position take profit ratio and callback. They just use another language. What's this distributed and take profit allocation simply mean? It's the same thing as whole position take profit ratio. Don't stress your brain. Anytime you are seeing distributed and take profit allocation, it simply means whole position take profit ratio also, but only affects number 5 and below calls. Why whole position take profit callback simply means supposition take profit callback also, but it affects only number 5 and below trades on the margin configuration. So that is why, as you can see here, we have set 0.10% here. So the same thing we want to give it here, 0.10. Wow, with RealQ robots now, there's no day you not make profits if you know how to go about it. You will know how to take advantage of these new changes in RealQ. You know how to go about these new changes in RealQ. Wow. Meaning that you are setting you're taking profits to the lowest or nearest movement of any candle, of any movement of the market. Now I can tell you that RealQ is trading candle. Before it's only trade volatility, but now with this new setting, RealQ can trade candle. Okay, you can see this one. Okay, it's telling me another thing now. You can see. I want to confirm it. It's telling me that it cannot be less than 1. So meaning that it's not yet implemented. Not yet implemented. It tells me it cannot less than 1. I want to set it to below 1, but it tells me that it cannot less than 1 when I wanted to confirm. So I will see if this one if they will accept this one also. But before, they don't even give room for you to set it. But now we can set it. So I pray they allow me to save it now. Now, so that is 111% because they don't allow me to confirm the 0.1. Then this one, we use 0.001 here. We want to use 0.001 here also. Then after setting this, meaning that these two distributed and the supposition will be affecting only trade from number 5 and below. Meaning that this trade, your trade will not wait until your first buying amount before it keep buying and selling. That's what it simply means. That's why we call RealQ robots. And this is exactly area of where it serves as robots. So now, these two settings make it do the robot work. make it to do the robot work. So it will allow it to be able to be buying and selling while that particular coin you have bought is in dip. But so far you have said distributed and this takeover is you will buying and selling under the dip. Now we want to save what we have said so far here. Sorry. You can see save at the top right here. Save. We want to save it. We want to save what we have said so far. We want to save it. You can see I want to save. They are telling me that. You can see what they are telling me. You can see take profit ratio must not less than 1. Oh, so oh no. And I'm happy before that they have allowed us to set it less than 1, but they did not allow it to also set it less than 1. But I'll keep writing them so that they can allow us to set less than 1. Once they can allow us to set it less than 1, we'll be making massive profits almost every day. Almost every second, we'll be making massive. On one candle, we may make a lot of percentage from it. So, but you can see take profit ratio must not less than 1, okay? Meaning that we have to turn this one to 1, which is the lowest. Then let's say if it goes like this, boom, it goes. It goes. So now, as you can see, so we have set trade. Now to now let robot kickstart what we have set. Firstly, you come to this strategy mode. You need to come to this strategy mode, click on strategy mode, then put it in real-time submit mode, real-time settlement. Why? Let me use that opportunity to explain this button. If you leave your this strategy mode on O warehouse mode, don't forget O position take profits. Don't forget O position callback. O also here. And don't forget that we said O position take profit ratio and O position take profit callback affect only number 1 to 4. But the moment you put your strategy mode under O warehouse mode, you are telling the robot that I want all my trading from number 1 to 10 to be under O warehouse control. O position take profit control. Meaning that it won't stop from 1 to 4 again. It will affect all your trade. But the disadvantage is that it will be piling up all your trade like if you are trading manually. When it's by, first entry amount is $12, right? By the time it buys another one, it joins it together. Another one, join it together. Up if you set it up to like 20 times to buy, it will be piling everything up to 1. And it won't have any reason to sell anything under the dip for you. Everything will be waiting until when markets come back up and sell once. But if you put it in submit mode, meaning that the settings we have given, you want it to be like that. Number 1 to 4 to be O position take profit ratio under its control. Number 5 and below, you want it to be under distributed and allocation control. That is what submit mode should be mean. But only slight disadvantage of under submit mode is that by the time you put in submit mode, the profits it makes from distributed allocation under the number 5 dip and below will not be showing on your revenue. It will not be showing under the revenue where you used to know the activities of the robots in your Binance or the profit it has done there. It will not show. At the same time, if it doesn't show, it will not attract any charges or gas fee from any profit you make from number 5 dip and below. It will not attract any charges. But at the same time, it will not show under revenue. But somebody as a networker, when you need to be showing people your result of trading, why will you be using strategy that will not be showing all your profits on your revenue? The only profits that will be showing is the profits you make from your number first entry amount, number first call, second call up to fourth call. That's any profit made there will be shown on your revenue. But anyone made from number 5 and below will not be shown if you are on submit mode only. But if you want everything to be intact, then you are advised to go for submit mode real-time settlement. In submit mode real-time settlements, O warehouse, O position take profit ratio will affect only number 1 to 4 trade. Yes. Then this distributed allocation will affect number 5 trade and below. At the same time, your every profit make under the dip, under number 5 and below will be showing on your revenue. And at the same time, you'll be charged. There will be a kind of charges for any profit you made under the dip, under the number 5 dips and below. And the good news about this is that if you are a system builders, if every of your team can put it in this one, you'll be able to earn gas fee in any area of their trade. In anywhere they trade, they under dip, they under this and all that, will be making profits. At the same time, they too, they'll be encouraged if they can be seeing all their profits under their revenue. So that is why we advise people to go for submit more real-time settlement. You confirm it, then you click on start. Boom. It's buying API. So the moment you click on start, then your trade will automatically get started to start. Now, let me quickly explain these buttons to call it a day for tonight. Before we call it a day for tonight, let me check if my audience are still there. I believe some people might. Okay, I'm not seeing the screen again. Yeah, okay, we are here. Okay, thank you. Okay, all right. Let me go back. We are going to attempt to question very soon. Now, you can see here where they write, Uni USDT is what we are trading. Let me put this on here. Uni USDT we are trading. We can see position amounts, USDT. Any USDT, you are currently involved in buying Uni, or that robot is using to buy Uni or trading with currently, it will reflect here. If this $80, $70, $60, the robot has used from your money, total money, you see it here. If you have programmed $500 for your settings for one coin, if robot has used up to like $200 there, that's where you see under position amount USDT. Then let's say robot has used $200 from the $500. How many Uni of $200 you now have? Uni, how many Uni that your $200 has managed to buy? That's what you are going to see under position quantity Uni. Position quantity Uni. Then average price. The average price simply means your entry price. What robot recognize as your entry price? The time you enter market. But don't forget that this robot is a kind of robot that is a kind of perfect robot that it brings you down or bring you out from where you enter market. Let's say, for instance, you enter Uni when Uni is $20, $30. And now current price of Uni now is $24.22, right? But you have mistakenly entered Uni when it was $30. If you set your robot the same way you're supposed to set it in martingale structure, in structure I draw for you like this, by the time the robot is using more money to buy when the price is low, it should have been doing what we call dollar cost average for you, meaning that it will be taking you out from $30. What you see here, let's say the robots have now used from your $500. Robot has now used $400 from your money, from your $500 to buy Uni. You see the $400 here, then you see the value of that $400 Uni here. Then because you have set your robot to be taking your money like this, it will be taking you out of that $30. What you see here as your entry price might just be $26. The average price you just see here may be just $26, meaning that if market just come back up to $28, you are out of what? No, yes. If market current price here, if market just go up, the current price of $24 just go up to $27 or $28, you're out of market at profit. And robot has taken you out of the previous $30 peak that you have entered. The previous $30 peak that you have entered, the robot has taken you out of that. That's helped you to see that as when if you made mistake to enter at the peak. So that is why they call it average price. That's what Royalkey does. No other robot does that. Now, number of, let me clear this. Number of call margin. You don't forget we set margin limits. For $100 to be 6, for $150 to be 10. Let's say for $150 to be 10 now. Now, if as the robot is buying it one after the other, it will be showing the number here. From the 10, if it has bought 5, you see 5 here. Meaning that out of 10 times you want to ask the robot to buy, it has bought 5 times. So remaining 5 times, you will know if you should leave it or you stop the robot to continue buying for you. Now, return rates. These return rates, I want you to understand it very well. This return rate, this is what happened. Now, let's say, let me quickly go back to these 3 settings. Return rates. Don't forget that if the report is giving you profit, under the return rate, under the return rate here, under return rate, let's say you are at profit of 5%. That coin, that unit has increased after you bought it, increased 5%. You see 5% area. The moment the price 5% reduce 0.001, you remember callback, it will close it, then start again, but you'll be seeing the percentage here. But let's assume another way around. The market is against you, the dip is much, the market is coming down. It will be showing the percentage here, but which percentage is it going to be showing? I will now tell you now. 3 settings under the margin configuration. Don't forget that we have instructed the robot to buy from here, to buy another one here. Robot has used some amount of money to buy here, some amount to buy here, and it has piled the money to up together. 12.12 here, 12.24 here, plus previous first buying amount, $12, almost 40 something, or let's say $30 something. Good. By the time market comes down here, down to number 10, when market comes down to let's say number 8, robot now buys number 8. Don't forget that robot never sell the one bought at the top. Initial one robot bought that has not been sold before it buys this one. Meaning that the price difference is already occur. Maybe when it buys the initial one, maybe price was let's say price of unit was $30. But by the time it buys here, price of unit is like is now $24. You can see the loss on the one bought initially, the previous bought. That loss on that one that has bought initially will be recorded here under the floating loss. You see it under return rate here. At the same time, it will be here. After you might have opened your trade, that's where you see percentage on floating loss. That's why I used to tell people that there's no one that will never record floating loss at some point in time, because you have the one that have instructed this robot to buy the dip for you. And it has bought some, it has initially bought some coins, that same coin initially, that has not been sold before it start to buy the dip and sell the dip. So the record of loss, the loss on that previously bought, that initially bought, that's what we call floating loss. It will be showing is that the one that have previously bought that have not sold, though, before the price come down to this level, this is the margin, or this is the loss, potential loss that you might have on it. I didn't have closed those ones, but I did not close it. I'm just showing you the loss on it. I'll be waiting until when market goes back up so that it will sell at profits. In fact, it will show you profits there in red. If you see it in red, any dollar value you see there is the number of value of dollar you will have lost. I didn't you are trading manually. If you are trading manually, that's the figure of dollar you will have lost in that trade because you have entered at the peak. But Robert will just be showing you there that you are not losing this thing yet until if you're ready to close this thing at loss yourself. But if you're not ready to close this thing at loss, I will still be holding this for you until when markets come back up. So, and everything will now be reversing back. So, but that does not stop Robert to be buying and selling under the dip. So don't get it twisted. Some people tell you that I'm making profit, but I'm still having stop loss. I mean, floating loss. I don't want to see floating loss. No. Floating loss is normal because robots will buy some coins before he's buy under the dip. So the one bought initially before the dip has dropped in some value and some dollar, which will be under the floating loss before market comes back there. So hope you can understand what return rate simply mean now. Then the one short button simply mean that when you are in profits, it's blue. But let's say it's not selling yet or the market is not coming back down for it to sell. Just notice that robots don't sell it. You can just put it in one shot. That or you don't want to continue that coin again, you want to change to another coin. You can just okay, robots. Once you sell all these ones you have bought, let's say you have bought like I said 10 for you, you have bought like 5. When this market goes up and you sell all the 5, don't continue to buy again in cycle. Or you have bought all the 10, no money again for you, and the market is still going down. Okay, I'll be patient. But maybe if I'm not aware by the time market comes back up, please, once you sell all these ones, don't recycle again. Don't recycle my trade again. Just sell once, then don't buy again for me. So all these ones you have bought, by the time you sell everything, don't buy again. So not that it's going to sell it automatically. You have to wait until when market comes back up, it sells, then it will not continue to buy again. But if you don't put it in one shot and you don't stop your margin call limits, it will continue to build. After it sells all those ones, maybe you have been in a very long time deep. You have been suffering from deep for a very long time, and you don't put your trade in this. Let's say suddenly or knowingly that particular coin just pumped and you have slept. You sold all you have bought. Yes, you make profit. But if you do not put it in one shot and stop margin call, before you wake up, you'll have seen it in another buying and selling again. You should have even bought another 5 deep, 6 deep for you again because you did not put it in one shot. That once you sell all this one you are holding, don't buy another new one for me again. So that is why that is what one shot and stop margin call button is useful for. Then sell is when you want to sell manually yourself. You don't want robot to sell for you. You yourself want to sell manually, but it's not advisable and not encouraged. Buy, you want to buy more to what robot has been using to buy. Don't forget you have already configured the amount, multiple buy ratio for the robots. Buy with this amount, buy with this amount, buy with this amount. But you now discover that, wow, this market has come down and it will likely to bullish very soon. You can now use this buy button to pump more money into that particular coin or that particular trade. At the same time, if you are already in deep and you receive a signal that that coin wants to pump tomorrow, or you receive you check from your crypto bubbles, or you have an indicator that tells you that that coin is going to bullish, then you can now use more money to buy. Why? So that it can reduce the percentage of loss on that trade. So that by the time the market goes up, it will quickly get you out of that mess or that loss or that stagnant. So that is what buy button useful for. So, but the bigger amounts you use, the faster you get out of deep. If you want to get out of deep and you are in minus 50, let's say all the money involved is $1,000 that the robot has used to buy that particular coin. It is in position amount USDT. It is $1,000. Then the rule says if you want that minus 50% to come to minus 25%, which is half, you must use the same amount involved in that trade, which is $1,000, to buy more under the deal. If we use $1,000 to buy more under the dip, you see that that minus 50% will come down to minus 25%. But if you want that minus 50% to come down below that, then you must ready to use times 2 or times 3 of money involved in that trade. So if this $1,000 already in position amount in USDT involved in that trade, then you are expected to put like a 2,000, 3,000. So the higher the amount you put, the lower the percentage and the chances of you getting out of that trade. So that's all about that. Then another button here, there's another button below here. The first preset buying amount. First preset buying amount simply means that you want to open this trade, but you don't want that your first buying amount, that your $12, to buy at the current price here. You can see the current price of uni. Current price of uni is 24.29. But you want your own robot to start to trade. Maybe you have analyzed it, you have seen that it will still come down. Now want it to start from bottom. You want it to start from bottom, then you need to come and click on this one and say, I want my robot to start to buy when this uni has come down to $20. When you tap 20 here and you confirm, bam. Meaning that even though if you start this trade, the robots will not buy until when it sees that the price has come down to $20. That's first preset buy-in amount. First preset buy-in amount. So that is that about that. So all this below is just a repetition, for example, what we have explained under the trade settings. You can see our first buying amount we set is $12. It's going to show you what we have set under the trade settings. The margin call limits. Don't forget we set trade for $150. We put 10 times. Then profits, the take profit ratio. That's a O position take profit ratio. We put 1%. You remember. O position take profit callback. We put 0.001. But that's why I put 0% here. Then other margin call drop, we put, it may be network anyway, that's why it put 0% here. Under margin call drop, we put 4% all through, don't forget. Then buying callback, we put 0.1%, just to show us what we have set for our trade. So that is just a simple way of how we can set up our trade. If we set these robots effectively, you will see results effectively and bountifully. And if you set it other way around, then don't forget there's another method whereby you can set your trade. Instead of you come to quantitative, you can come to circle. When you come to circle, you see many real key users that claim to have proven strategy that you can join their circle. You just tell them, and you should tell them how much you want them to use to trade for you. They're the one that will help you to pick coin. They're the one, you don't need to analyze any coin, they will pick coin for you. You just tell them amount you want to start with, your first buying amount. They will help you to set up trade and every other thing. But make sure you have extra money on your Binance so that anything they give you is what you're going to accept. By next week, we talk more about this circle trading. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us. By next week, we're going to have another edition. If our number one allows, we are going to have this thing. We are going to have recording of this. But if it doesn't allow, then you will not have the recording because he said we want people to be joining this training. That's why he doesn't want us to be recording it. Now let's start to answer questions now. Let's use the remaining 10 minutes to answer questions. This is my first training I'm attending. It's my first training I'm attending. You're welcome. Please do drop the Telegram link. I cannot see the screen sharing. Okay, it's the Telegram platform for registered member only. The Telegram platform is for registered member only, please. I'm not in the Telegram group. That's why we have shared the link. How can I withdraw my daily profits? Your daily profits is depends on your capital. You are trading with $100 and you want to be withdrawing your daily profits. Don't forget that minimum withdrawal on Binance, even Binance itself have minimum withdrawal. Are you getting it? So, and RoyalQ also has minimum withdrawal, but your profit is not on RoyalQ, mind you. You are just seeing your this thing, you are just seeing your revenue. The robot is just telling you how much it has made for you so far in your Binance, not that your profit is in your RoyalQ. So you can withdraw your profit on your Binance, and your upline is going to put you through. Well, if your upline does not put you through, if you keep, if you keep, you can ask from our group anyway. If you are registered member, you can ask from the group. You see people that put you through because of our time. Click on more, then ask, okay, somebody is already even teaching you here. Click on more, then asset and withdraw. No, he's not talking about, he said profits. When you talk about profits, you are talking about trading profits, and your trading profits is your Binance. So, but if you are talking about referral bonus now, your referral profits, then you can withdraw from your RoyalQ. So please, what about the message sent by Binance or P2P that will take effect on that message? Yes, it's a reminder. It's a reminder. It's a reminder. It's a reminder of what we have not been able to use ever since. Before now, we used to buy directly from bank, from our Binance. We deal with bank directly from our Binance before, but now we have been using P2P. I get it. So it doesn't, that message does not affect P2P. Rather, the way in which they have even banned for the past 2 months or 3 months ago when CBN first raised that information. I get it. It's just a kind of a reminder or emphasis because of the other news that pop up from CBN. That's why they raised that information also for their safety. I get it. So before we can buy USDT from our bank directly without using anybody P2P, pairing us with anybody. But it has stopped. That's what Binance is still referring to. Send link to Telegram group. There's no crypto bubbles in iOS Apple Store. Oh, sorry about that. If it's not there, you can get 100 for yourself. Share your screen, sir. Okay. Please give me your contact, please. I would like you to help set up some accounts tomorrow. Okay. I'll set up account tomorrow. I think we can go to our Telegram group. By God grace, probably early in the morning tomorrow, or if I'm not too tired tonight, because I've been on transit since morning. If not because I still have you people in mind. In fact, I'm supposed to have been sleeping by now because I'm so tired. So I will do another video that will explain the this thing, but please give me your contact, please. I would like you to help set. Thank you, sir. I will be glad if we can have the recorded video files of tonight's Zoom. Thanks. So what was the meaning of the different colors of the I've answered that, I think. Good job. How can we get the video, sir? Can someone with $150 trade the uni? Of course, yes, you can. Does this app, though I love that question because it's always advisable for anybody that wants to trade with $100, $150 to go for a coin that is value is very low. That value is very low. A coin below $1 is the best coin to trade for people that are trading with little capital. But at the same time, you can still trade unique if it's only one that you can see it's good in market. Does this app function properly for iPhone users? I don't know because I don't use iPhone and I don't like it for any reason. Though it's a good phone, but I don't use to it. Why do we have some coin under general and some under professional? That is best known to RoyalQ. That's best known to RoyalQ, but maybe the rate of their volatility or the way in which they have been selected or the way in which they have researched those coins. So that is why they call it professional and general. We have some coins that they are slow coins, and we have some coins they are very fast coin. If they want to pump, they will pump like mad. If they want to dump, they dump like mad. So it's only professional can trade them effectively. Maybe that's why they categorize the general and professional. So hello, how do you top up your trade amount on Binance for RoyalQ bots? How do you top up your trade amounts on Binance? top up your trade amount on Binance or Royal Keyboard. Anyway, okay. Yes. I just make sure, I've been trading with $100 and I want to top up my capital on my Binance. I'll just go to my P2P. I'll go and buy from Express. The moment I receive the USDT in my P2P or funding wallet on Binance, then I will transfer it from my funding wallet to my spot wallet. Automatically, I've topped up my capital. I would love to get a video clip. All right. Click on save to confirm, please. It has been there for long. I use, okay, much money, it can't work, sir. Try to save to verify, okay? I've been using Zero for long. I've been using Zero. Please kindly backtest before you change the old position, take profits. It's kindly backtest before you change the old position, take profits. Yeah, it has shown that it cannot work. You can't say less than one on take profit. So you can't use Zero now. You are saying it should close zero profits. I don't think there's anywhere I use Zero in the trading. Okay, maybe you are trying to reply someone. Only on take profit call back you can use Zero. My take profits, I use 1.3, then call back 0. Okay, it's your choice. You can put call back 0. But what you're telling the robot if you use call back 0 is that you want to set it as manual trading. You want to set it like there's what we call sell limit on Binance. Sell limit, meaning that when you reach 1.3, don't think about it, just close my trade. Even though if the profit is more than 1.3, it goes to 5%, close my trade for me. That's what I was trying to tell you. If you don't set callback, it's take profit, it was saying, and it can't be less than 1. Yes, at 5% MC floating loss, okay. Somebody asked this question that at 5%, margin call floating loss might be huge and the percentage return rate will be wide. Don't forget that we are giving this to only those that are trading with $100. But the reason why floating loss will not be much is because don't forget that by the time you buy, the first buy, 12.12, then by the time it buys another one, just make sure you are using higher amounts than the initial buy. That's the principle of dollar cost average. Don't forget, Royal Q has dollar cost average system, whereby by the time you buy at the lower price, it will cross average the one, your entry price of the previous one you bought. So that is why if you look at the settings very well, you see that. Let me quickly go back there. I think I'm still sharing my screen. Okay, good. Let me quickly go back there. If you check it very well here, you see that you check very well here, you discover that Uganda is magic configuration. You see that we use 1.01 here. That time when we use 5%, 1.01, 1.02, 1.02. So this is the most important thing. Make sure that you don't use the same amount. You don't tell the robot to take the same amount to buy here. If you tell the robot to take the same amount to buy here, the dollar cost average will not be as the person that's using higher amount to buy at the dip. So that's the most important thing. So then the moment it buys another one, after another 5 minutes, it's the dollar cost average the previous one. So it will reduce your floating loss. Reduce your floating loss. So I think I've lost the last question I just answered now. Okay. Sorry, okay, good. This setting is likely going to lead floating loss. No, the gap between the margin call are far apart. It doesn't mean so far you use martingale structure, it doesn't mean it will be dollar cost averaging it. Please forward the Telegram link to Royal Q group list. All right. Please, my margin call drop is 4% in 6 places. Yes, you use our previous settings. Yes, you can just change it to 5%. You can change it to 5% if you have not in the deep already. But if you are already in deep, just leave it. Let us come back. I'm not seeing the screen again, please. We are here very much here. Okay. Please, we need recorded of this training. OPOP works perfectly like that of Binance. Yes, but I've never used Binance for any P2P transactions. I only used to Binance P2P. That's why I only know that it's only on Binance I can move my money from my bank to my Binance easily and from my Binance back to my bank. So, but somebody you can use your hobby to trade RealQ. You can make money there and move it to your Binance. So awesome. Okay, can I use this strategy for 150 capital? Of course, yes, you can. You can use it, but don't forget that the 150, I will advise you go to that Telegram group to go and watch the $150 settings, the $150 settings. But I will want to do little adjustments to those settings, especially the $100 and the 150. Other ones are still intact, but the $100 and the 150, and the little adjustment is that the for $100 will be 5% instead of 4%. Then the $150 will be 4% all through. No 2% in $150 settings again, so that it will be able to give us 40%. So can I use the settings for 92 capital, $92? You can try your luck. Please, what is the margin call limit for $200? Go to our Telegram group and go and watch it. Thanks for the training. Thank you, sir. This is my first time in this meeting. Well done, boss. I'm happy I made this meeting for the first time tonight. Use up the coin to trade today. This meeting is highly eye-opening. Boss has acute knowledge of the real keyboard. ILD, sir. Thanks so much. That was helpful. I've really gotten a lot. Okay. Please, I'll be grateful if you can share the recorded video. Let me stop the recording, sir. Let me stop the recording because of time.